Luther Lions are the winners.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Bridge Creek High School and Championship Saturday at the Bobcat Classic here in Bridge Creek as we get set for the third place, the Consolation Championship girls game first. We'll have the third place boys game coming up later. I'm getting ahead of myself as we get to our broadcast schedule for today. My name is Greg Perry alongside Glenn Shoemake and J.D. Scruggs, Kevin Scruggs on the camera. Andrew Lyon is fulfilling his coaching duties today. His Little League team is playing today, so Andrew out coaching some basketball this morning. He'll be with us this afternoon. But we are here for this girls matchup between the Lindsay Leopardettes and the Southmoore Lady Saber Cats. It's the Battle of the Cats, Glenn, as we get into this one. And the Leopardettes come in 9-6, I believe, on the season. 9-7, I'm sorry. And they're going to take on the Southmoore team that's just 4-7. Historically not a great program there, or, big powerhouse program there and more, but, hey, they still are a 6A team. Still a lot of things to pick from up there, and they do have a point guard, senior point guard, in Kenzie Shipman is pretty stout out there running that point, can do just about everything. She can drive, she can dish, she can hit threes. She has committed already to go play at Kansas Wesleyan, in fact, University this next year. But the Leopardettes looking at probably their best battle is going to be inside, as they have a 6-foot-tall freshman by the name of Sania Bonds. And so I was talking with Coach Cater before the game, and he's trying to make up his mind. Does he want to put Alondra Lopez in to start the game to battle up against that 6-foot freshman early? Does he go with McGowan? We'll see, I guess, when we get to game time what he's decided to do here. But Leopardettes, they lose that first-round game to Chickasha. I think that was one the Leopardettes would really like to have back.
Yeah, absolutely. And we were talking off the air. This girls' side has not been that strong. And if Lindsay would have won that first one, they've got a really good chance to be in the championship game. But they are playing for some hardware here. And talking about the matchups, if you put Lopez in, you can still run McGowan at a 4.
True.
Because she can shoot the 3 out there with the best of them on the team. And so you can kind of run her at a 4 and not have her down low unless you want to run double low. So he's got a lot of options with the ascension of Alondra Lopez. She's really come on and gotten some minutes here of late. So it gives Coach Cater some really good options.
Well, and Gentry Wilmot, we've talked the last couple of weeks. Gentry has just really started to pick up her game offensively and has really become one of the bigger offensive threats for the Leopardettes here. And she's led the Leopardettes both games of this tournament. She had 11 against Chickasha. Was perfect 3 for 3 from the free throw line in that game too. And then she ends up with 18 against Bridge Creek. Had a couple of threes in that game, had 8 in the second quarter. And, of course, probably didn't play much in that fourth quarter in that game as the Leopardettes came up with that big win over Bridge Creek there, and that was 55-22 in their second-round matchup. But again, she's really done well. Maddie McGowan's been in double figures both games, and, in fact, she started that Bridge Creek game yesterday with 3 threes and had 3 for 3 from the free throw line in that second quarter. So, as you said, she can step out and hit the 3. She proved it yesterday. So, they did get 7 from Valenciano in that game on Thursday that they lose to Chickasha. And probably the surprise in this game, or I'll say in this tournament this week, has been Cannon Russell. She had a 3-pointer against Chickasha. She had a 3-pointer against Bridge Creek, and that was all she scored. Now, Cannon is very good at facilitating as well. I'm not trying to take anything away from her game, and since I didn't get to watch, I don't have anything to go by, but Cannon usually in double-figure scoring, and she's had a very low-scoring tournament so far.
Yeah, and sometimes, particularly here late, she is always, going back to last year, drawing the other players or the other team's best player.
That's true.
And so that can take a lot out of you, and sometimes you kind of rest on offense, and and try and exert all that energy on defense. But, yeah, like you said, Cannon does a lot of other things besides score for this team. And so her low scoring numbers, as long as the team's doing good, I wouldn't worry too much.
Well, and they did not shoot well against Chickasha. They did a little better, I think, against Bridge Creek yesterday. But we'll see how they do coming out here against this Southmoore team, who, again, just comes in 4-7 on the season. They lost their opening round game to Durant, depending on where you're from, 57-39 in that one. But they did beat the home Bridge Creek girls 55-50 yesterday. And then, so looking at the bracket and what has happened so far today, the 2 7th-place games are in the book. On the girls' bracket, the Star Spencer Bridge Creek girls actually turned out to be a pretty exciting game. And Star Spencer comes away with that in a 2-point win, 53-51. The final minute of that game was a lot of fun to watch. Then we just finished watching the Luther and Chickasha boys in their 7th-place game. Luther wins that one by 18, so there are your 2 7th-place winners. Again, Lindsay Southmoore girls are going to play for the Consolation Championship here. On the other side, on the boys' bracket, the OKC Storm and Durant will play for the Consolation on the boys' side. And then we'll go back to the girls' bracket for the 3rd-place game between the Chickasha and Durant girls. And then we'll have our 3rd-place boys game between Lindsay and Tuttle. That'll be the broadcast. That game scheduled to start at 5:30. That'll be the other game we cover today. And I watched Tuttle and Bridge Creek play last night, and the Leopards have got their work cut out for them, that's for sure. But we'll talk more about that when we get ready for their game. With that, well, I want to step aside before we go any further in our First National Bank pregame show and send it over to JD. We've got some words from our sponsors. We appreciate every one of them very, very much for being here to help us bring you Lindsay Leopardette basketball. So before we go any further, we'll go over to them. We'll come back with more from Bridge Creek right after this time out on KBLP Live.
First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For all your construction needs, give Brad Taylor a call with B&S Construction at 1-405-428-0039. B&S Construction specializes in concrete pads, sidewalks, and metal buildings of all sizes. Call Brad today for a free estimate. The crew at B&S Construction would like to wish the Leopards a safe and successful season. Go Lindsay! For all your oil-filled electrical needs, call Michael Sharrock with SOS Electrical. SOS is a family-owned business that specializes in oil-filled, industrial, and commercial electrical construction and maintenance. No job is too big, no job is too small. Give SOS a call at 1-405-428-1944 today. Good luck, Leopards!
For over 68 years, Winans Funeral Home in Maysville, Oklahoma, has been serving families in the area during their greatest time of need, the loss of a loved one. We treat each family as if they were our own and consider it a true calling to minister to each and every family that calls upon us. We don't take caring for your loved one and your family lightly. Your care is important to us. Call on us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, where our staff can assist your family with immediate need with the loss of a loved one, pre-need arrangement planning, pre-need burial insurance, along with questions regarding funeral burial trust accounts, Veterans Administration, and Social Security benefits questions. Myself, John W. Williams, Teresa, and Claudia are well experienced in these areas and will be more than happy to assist you in any way we can. Winans Funeral Home in Maysville, where you are family.
This is Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'm a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School and have been practicing dentistry in Lindsay since 2006. We welcome you to come to our dental practice so we can help you and your family with all your dental needs. We offer dental services for everyone at every age, from braces to aligners to crowns, bridges, dentures, and implants. Give us a call today at 405-756-4093 or or stop by at 102 Southwest 7th Street and let us give you the healthy, beautiful smile you've always dreamed of.
Welcome back to Bridge Creek as we get set for the consolation championship game, the Lindsay Leopardettes and the Southmoore Lady Saber Cats. I'm going to get tongue-tied on that at least a dozen times in this broadcast, I promise you. But again, the Leopardettes coming in 9-7, looking to take on a 4-7 Lady Saber Cat team. And hopefully the Leopardettes will take home a consolation plaque from this one. And looking at the starters sitting on the bench over there for the Leopardettes, who will be the visitors today in their road black uniforms with the orange letters and the numbers on it. I think Glenn, he must have heard exactly when he, being the head coach, talked about how he wants to start this game, because I believe I see Alondra Lopez and Manny McGowan both sitting over there as starters. Yep. So we'll see how that works out for the Leopardettes here. But as we get to the starters, let's go ahead and do the Leopardettes since they will be introduced first. And we'll start at the guard position. That is a 5'5" junior, number 1, Gentry Wilmot. At forward, a 5'10" junior, number 5, Maddie McGowan. Also at forward, a 5'8" junior, number 10, that is Leslie Wilmot. At guard will be a 5'5" junior, number 22, Cannon Russell. And then rounding out the starting 5 in place of Valenciano will be number 45, Alondra Lopez. She is a 5'10" sophomore. Head coach of the Leopardettes is Brian Cater. He's assisted by Johnny Dodd. And again, the Leopardettes are 9-7. For the Lady Saber Cats, at the point guard will be number 1, Kenzie Shipman. She's a 5'4" senior. Number 2 is Addison Uzzy. Uzzy is a 5'2" freshman. Number 3, Lexi Tompkins, a 5'4" sophomore. Number 24, Cadence Pettit. Pettit is a 5'6" junior. And then on the inside at forward, number 24, Sanaya Bonds. Bonds is a 6-foot tall freshman, and that is the battle that Coach Cater is most, I think, worried about, is that she is very good as a freshman in there. It says she's got great footwork, can back you down, spin left, spin right. She's got a good short jumper. So the Leopardettes against that 6-foot tall girl on the inside is really going to have to slow her down. And again, you got to worry about Shipman out there. She can facilitate very well off the dribble and can hit threes as well.
Yeah, and Bonds has got, if you can see it on the stream, by far the most impressive head of hair. Goes down almost to the back of her knees.
Yeah, it is. It is impressive.
I like the pink streaks, too.
It's very nice.
Yes, very nice.
So we're ready to get underway as Bonds and McGowan to the center circle, and Bonds will control the tip into the backcourt to Uzzy. She will set things up. And Lopez draws the task of staying with Bonds. They'll work it back up top to Shipman. Back over on the left wing to Pettit. Pettit drives into the lane. A floater up off the glass and good for Cadence Pettit.
Yeah, you mentioned her in the pregame. We're going to have to make sure we shut her down.
Russell on the right wing gets trapped. McGowan between the circles. Left side to Gentry to Leslie. Inside to Lopez. Lost the handle on it, but Leslie comes up with a loose ball. So Leopardettes will retain the possession here. 2-3 zone from the Lady Saber Cats. Gentry left wing. Surveys. Comes back up top to McGowan. Sends it right wing to Russell, down to the short corner for Leslie. Inside to Lopez. Lopez sends it over to Gentry. Nice pass, but Gentry left it short. She saves it inbound, though, to Leslie, and then Leslie's fouled on the shot attempt. So great hustle from Gentry Wilmot to come up with that, save it inbounds, and get some free throws for the Leopardettes.
Yeah, and Leslie always in the right spot at the right time on that baseline. It's just amazing how many loose balls she gets a hold of and how many offensive rebounds she's able to secure.
Just has a nose for where she needs to be when that shot goes up.
Absolutely.
2 free throws coming up here for Leslie Wilmot. That one off the back iron and no good. And in the game for the Leopardettes will be number 24, Eris De Valenciano, the 5'4" senior. Lopez will have a seat. So McGowan will now move to the 5. And she will battle up against Bonds. Leslie Wilmot with the second free throw attempt, and that one is good. The Leopardettes are on the board. It's 2-1 Southmoore. A minute into this first quarter. Uzzy on the handle, picked up by Russell out near the half line. Comes left wing to Pettit. Gets the screen from Bonds. Vinciano gets around it. Stays with Pettit all the way to the elbow. They lob it down low to Bonds. She'll take the hook inside, misses the shot, but reaches over McGowan and comes up with the rebound and puts it back in.
Yeah, she got away with a couple of fouls there, including a hook when she was going to the basket and then over to the back. McGowan's going to have a tough time moving her out of there.
Yep. Gentry comes back between the rings to Valenciano. Back to Gentry left wing. Back up top for Russell. Back to Gentry. 3-ball left wing on the way. Good! Gentry Wilmot for 3, and the Leopardettes have tied the game at 4.
Yeah, big 3 right there from Gentry to tie the game.
There is Shipman. Excuse me, that's Uzzy who drives the lane, lays it up and in, and that's enough to get Coach Cater to call a timeout here early. 6:03 left in the first. We've got a timeout on the floor. We're going to come back with more live coverage of Leopardette basketball presented by the First National Bank right after this timeout on KBLP Live.
The team at Streamline Services contributes a great deal of their success to hard work, experience, and above all, a positive health and safety protocol. There is every reason they should be your next phone call for any of your oil and gas swabbing needs. Give Austin Smith a call today at 1-405-756-7763 to see how Streamline Services can help with your project while ensuring safety and professionalism without sacrificing quality work being done. Everyone at Streamline Services wishes the best of luck to everyone at Lindsay Public Schools this year. Go Leopards!
Leopardette basketball out of the timeout. They trail by 2. Just under 6 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Russell drives down, gives it to Leslie. Short corner right side, skips across, no good. Shipman has the rebound for the Lady Saber Cats. That is Pettit that raced all the way down and lays it off the glass and in.
We need to wake up and get back.
Way too easy that time. 8-4. Southmoore on top. Valenciano with it left wing. Back up top. Gentry to the high post for McGowan. Back over to Russell right wing. Trapped. Back inside to McGowan. And there's Bonds knocking away from behind. Turnover Leopardettes. And then in transition, Pettit tried to get it down to
Uzzy
as she was cutting down the baseline and threw it out of bounds. That's a turnover now on the Lady Saber Cats. Russell will bring it up against this 2-3 zone. Valenciano back up top to Gentry. Russell at the high post now. She'll take him to the lane. Oh, nice feed across the lane to Leslie Wilmot for the basket. But credit that one to Kenan Russell.
Yeah, there's an example of her facilitating instead of scoring.
Tompkins drives down against a double team, forces one up that won't drop. Rebound for Leslie Wilmot. Gentry gets around her girl, sends it to Russell right wing. Inside Leslie, again, this time too strong, and Bonds will pull down the rebound. And then ahead to Uzzy in transition, and she has trouble getting control of it, finally does. She'll work to the top of the key as they set the offense up. Double high post, Bonds will step out, gets it back over to Shipman between the circles. Pettit curls around the screen from Bond. McGowan fronts, but there's a 3 that will not drop from Pettit. Rebound, Leslie Wilmot. Russell hustles the other way. She's got Valenciano over on the right wing. Back to Russell. She'll work to the top of the key. Got to give it to McGowan. They're not picking her up right there at the top of the free throw line.
Yeah, McGowan in the short corner has got to be the 2 keys. And
Russell at the elbow underneath. Leslie Wilmot, another feed from Russell for an easy basket underneath to tie the game at 8. As he brings it up right wing. Back up. 3 all is short. Rebound underneath, though, by Tompkins. Then lost it, and Leslie Wilmot comes up with it.
She was on the line.
Out of bounds. It'll be back to Lady Saber Cats as number 30, Florida Johnson. The 5'10 freshman checks in. Bonds will have a seat. Also into the game, number 13, that is Oyhane Maratoral. I tried to practice that name all morning. I still messed it up. Martoral. Tompkins sends it over to Martoral. Back up top, Uzzy looks to try to get in around Russell. Can't get it done. Pulls it back out. Comes to Tompkins' right wing. Knocked away by Gentry, but right into the hands of Johnson. Johnson goes down low. Gives it off to Uzzy. Uzzy with the reverse. Nice move from Uzzy, but blew the end shot, and they're going to say last touch by Leopardettes as it bounces out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Cannon, when she went for the rebound, was standing on the line right there, but what a move by Uzzy. Golly.
Got it to Maura Torrell off the inbounds play to make it 10-8. The PA announcer won't try to say the name either. That makes me feel a little better. Gentry with it right wing, back to the elbow, and there's a foul on Florida Johnson. That'll be the first foul of the ball game as Russell tried that shot from the right elbow, and that'll send Cannon Russell to the line for 2.
That's going to be on Johnson. It's her first foul, 2 team fouls.
Yeah, they're giving us a high post, so they've moved Cannon Russell in there that she can shoot it, and she's also good enough to drive and put it on the floor. So really good offensive move by Coach Cater.
Russell knocks down her first of 2 free throws to pull the Leopardettes within 1, and she got them both. I knew she would. I'd already even marked it. So ties the game at 10, 2:46 left to go here in the first, as Uzzy will bring the ball up the floor for Southmoore. Mara Torrell picks it up, sends it up to the top of the key. Pettit, Valenciano on her. Nice drive down the lane for Pettit. Floater will not drop, though. Cannon Russell comes away with the rebound. And she will push it up the right side of the floor, gets to the free throw line, sends it to McGowan. Left wing 3 from Maddie, rattles in. Maddie's first shot is a 3. And the Leopardettes have their first lead of the ball game. It comes with 2:18 to go in the first. It is timeout, Southmoore. We'll send it back over to JD. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back to Bridge Creek after this. Live coverage of Leopardette basketball is presented by the First National Bank on KBLP Live.
Hey, Leopard fans. We at American Exchange Bank are excited for another year where we get to continue our support of Lindsay Leopard Athletics. Join us in cheering on our Leopards or catch all the action right here on KBLP Live. American Exchange Bank at 402 South Main has been the bank for the Leopards for nearly 100 years. Come see us if you're looking for a different banking experience. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. At American, we are Leopards supporting other Leopards.
So the Leopardettes take their first lead of the day at 13-10 with 2:18 left to go here in the first quarter. Leopardettes got 4 field goals in this first quarter, a couple of them with 3-point baskets, one from Gentry Wilmot and that one from McGowan that gave the Leopardettes the lead. But here comes Southmoore as Uzzy will walk it across the timeline. Leopardettes have stayed in this man. Underneath, they go to Bonds, who's checked back in. She'll take McGowan to the baseline and puts it up and in.
Yeah, we used to run the exact same play when I coached the girls at Lindsay. It's called X, and you throw it to one high post and the other one X's down across the face, and you just can't stop it.
And we should get a foul here on Pettit as Russell tried to take her to the baseline. Pettit picks up the second team foul and her first personal. That's actually the third team foul. I have missed a foul on somebody that they called there, and we'll catch on that. McGowan takes Bond into the lane, sends it over to Gentry. Right corner 3 from Wilmot won't drop. Got her own missed. Right elbow jumper. That one's short. This time it'll come down to Pettit. They try to get out in position with Uzzy, and Uzzy blows the layup. McGowan comes away with the miss, has hands everywhere, and they will finally get the foul. And that one goes on Mara Torrell.
Yeah, good job by Maddie McGowan. She had hands slapping and pulling and pushing, and she did well to keep control of that ball.
So Leopardette basketball off the 4th team foul. So the next one will put the Leopardettes in bonus. We've got a minute and a half left in the first. Leopardettes with a 1-point lead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
It looks like Southmore's went to a man now.
And got it to McGowan, who nails the 3. Her second one of the game, puts the Leopardettes up by 4. As he pushes it up the floor, Bonds sets the screen. Shoots a three from there. That's an air ball. Bonds tries to save it, but it'll be out of bounds to the Leopardettes. And Southmoore will apply some full court man pressure here. McGowan gets it. Sends it back over to Leslie. She crosses the timeline. She'll hand it to Russell. Russell will set it back up as we've gone under a minute left here in the first. Leslie left wing. McGowan steps out top of the key. Gentry with it right wing now. Gets Leslie on a curl around the screen from Russell. Can't get the shot, but Leslie Wilmot will head back to the free throw line. The foul called, I think, on Martorell, and that's
number 2.
Martorell.
Nope. I think they come. 13.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
That's her second, and that is the 15th foul, even though we're near the end of the quarter here. But that free throw up and good for Leslie Wilmot. She's now got 6 here in the quarter. Number 4, Gracie Bray, the freshman, checks in. Cannon Russell will get a breather here for the final 40 seconds of the quarter, as the Leopardettes have a 17-12 lead right now, and it'll stay there as Wilmot cannot finish the second free throw. As he brings it up, works around a screen from Bonds, the pick and roll. Bonds down the lane. Great. Oh, I thought Bray tied her up pretty good right there as she went to spin, but they're going to call the foul. They call it on McGowan. First foul of the game on the Leopardettes.
And they call it on the floor.
Yeah, that was on the spin. Johnson checks in, Tompkins checks out. They'll lob it all the way over to the right corner for a wide open three that's up and good. That is number 12, Sabrina Hernandez, who's checked in. Makes that a 2-point game now, 17-15. We got 20 seconds left. Gentry top of the key. Gets into the free throw line, and that's... She runs right into the girl, comes down with it. That's a jump ball, I would think, but they call it a travel. But, yeah. Uzzy on the handle, again around the screen from Bonds. Goes out a long three from Pettit. That's an air ball at the buzzer.
Whoa.
But the Leopardettes will have a 2-point lead at the end of one, 17-15. Leopardettes on top. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this timeout. Leopardette basketball is being presented by the First National Bank right here on KBLP Live.
Are you tired of doing laundry? Give Sunshine Suds a call and let them do it for you. Sunshine Suds will wash and fold your clothes, and they also offer dry cleaning. Sunshine Suds also does quilting and alterations. Load up that laundry basket and head to Sunshine Suds, located at 107 Southwest 2nd Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give them a call at 405-756-2850.
BC Factoring and Finance is a local, family-owned finance company. We assist small businesses with flexible and creative financing solutions to meet their cash flow needs. Call us to discuss ways we can help free up your time to focus on building your business. Visit us online at bcfactoring.com or give us a call at 405-259-2104. Go, Lindsay!
Josh Martin and everyone at T&W Tire here in Lindsay, Oklahoma would like to wish the Leopards and Leopardettes the best of luck this school year.
Back here it starts second quarter, 17-15. Leopardettes by 2, and Leopardettes will have the basketball. We have a guy running the live stream that thinks he's funny. Russell with the handle, comes left side to Gentry. Back up to Russell. We've got Valenciano wide open in the right corner. McGowan gives it to her, and Aristide can't finish, but Gentry has the rebound. That should have been a couple of fouls, I would think, right there, but it turns out to come back the other way as he has it on the right wing. Works back up top of the key. Leopardettes is staying in that man. Johnson gives it down low, and McGowan went for the steal, didn't get it. Bonds missed the shot. Again, McGowan fights for that rebound over Bonds coming over her back. But Leopardettes do get it. Russell. Oh, high post for McGowan. Turns around to wide open Leslie Wilmot. Backside of the lane. Lays it up and in.
Good find from Maddie. You get it to the high post again, and they're trying to trap, and that's where the open player was, and good job by Maddie to find her.
Leslie between the circles. Lobs to Bonds, top of the key. Looking inside at Johnson. Leslie knocks the ball loose. Johnson gets it back. Pettit now on the handle up between the circles. Skip it all the way to the left side. Quick catch and fire from Hernandez. Won't drop. Rebounds loose on the floor, and it'll be picked up by Eris de Valenciano. Here comes Russell. Leopardettes with a 4-point lead in the basketball. A minute and a half into the second quarter. Back over to Russell. Inside to the high post for McGowan. Back to Gentry. Right corner three from her is short. Leslie's underneath, nearly came up with it, but again, that's Bonds with her 4th rebound now. Pettit drives all the way down. The floater off the glass, no, but she'll get 2 free throws here. The foul on the Leopardettes goes on Valenciano.
Yeah, you gotta beat her to the spot. You know she's going to the hole. Don't sit there and ride with her. You're gonna get that foul called on you every time.
First on Valenciano, first team foul here in the second quarter, and that'll put Pettit at the line. These are the first free throws of the day for Southmoore. And Pettit does not get that one to go.
She's got a little circular motion on her rotations. Instead of going top to bottom, it's going right to left.
Second free throw attempt coming up. He does have that weird spin to it. There is Leslie Wilmot with her 4th rebound of the night. Actually, the afternoon, I guess. Russell to the high post again to McGowan. Again, the cutter on the backside. Wilmot, and Leslie can't finish. Got her rebound, though. And she'll go to the free throw line again for 2. That one goes on Bonds. Bonds first team foul in the quarter on the Lady Saber Cats, but 2 more free throws coming up for Wilmot. This will be free throws 5 and 6.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're covering that high post with that back bottom girl. That's just leaving wide open Leslie Wilmot. But I'm glad they're doing it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They'll let them do it all day if they want to.
Yeah.
I need to see Leslie actually complete 2 for 2. She's been there twice tonight, and she's gone 1 for 2 each trip. This is her 3rd trip to the line with 2 free throws, and this time she knocks them both down. 21-15 Leopardettes. We've got 6 minutes left to go before halftime. Ozzie will walk it up. Goes left wing to Pettit. Bonds comes to set the screen. She goes the other way, and then Pettit floats one up that will not drop. Rebound pulled down by Tompkins, though. Pettit sends it back over to Uzzie's left side. Tries to get around Russell. Got into the lane, lost it. Bonds ended up with it, and she'll get an and one out of it. Foul will go on McGowan. It's her second team foul in the quarter. Bonds to the line for an and one opportunity here. And it won't drop. Great block out from Gentry Wilmot. Ball knocked away, though, and it'll go all the way to the end of the floor, and Uzie will come away with it. Uzie cannot get away from Valenciano, so she'll work it back to the top of the key. Bonds working hard inside. The lob pass a little bit long, but Bonds goes all the way down. She'll spin right into, and they did finally get Bonds there with a travel, I believe.
That's what the guy out top called. The guy underneath was going to call a foul.
A foul, and I don't know if he was going to call a charge or not, but Leopardettes get it off the 3rd turnover against Southmoore. Ahead by 4 with the basketball, and Russell's just going to back out. She's going to force Uzie to come pick her up. She'll send it over to Gentry Wilmot, back to Russell. Back in the corner, Valenciano. The short corner for Leslie, inside to McGowan, who lays it up but can't get it to drop. But she knocks the rebound out to Gentry Wilmot. She can't get it to go. And now we'll get a foul coming up over the back of, well, I thought they were going to get over the back of McGowan on the rebound, but they're saying 2 free throws here. And they're going to call the foul on number 13. That is Oyane Martorell. Her third, Martorell. Don't make me say it as many times as you can, Glenn, because I'm going to mess it up every single time, and I'll never say it the same way twice. McGowan knocks down the first of 2 free throws. She's now got 7 in the ball game, and she takes the Leopardette lead to 5. That'll be their biggest of the game so far. That one won't drop, and Bonds comes down with her 5th rebound, and then we're going to get a reach-in foul.
Yeah, that was a silly foul. Reaching across the body, you're not going to reach that far because Bonds is pretty good size going across that body, and 2, you're 80 feet from the basket.
Alondra Lopez is back in for the Leopardettes. She will pick up Bonds as she's at the top of the key. Looks to drive in. Sends it out on the left wing to Pettit. Pettit looks to penetrate. Gets it out over on the right wing on Tompkins in the right corner. And she's picked up her dribble. Needs some help. Goes inside to Johnson. Can't get it there. Batted away by McGowan. Leopardettes come up with the 4th turnover on Southmoore.
Yeah, good job by Cannon to be right there to snatch that up.
McGowan right wing, skip pass to Valenciano left side, back up between the circles for Russell. Lopez will now move to the high post. Right side from Gentry. Into Russell at the elbow. Valenciano back to McGowan left wing. 3-ball from Maddie on the way, and it's nothing but strings. McGowan's 3rd 3 of the game makes it a 10-point, missed a basket there. 25-17, 12-point lead for the Leopardettes.
Yeah, she is 3 for 3 from 3-point range, so keep her shooting out there.
8-point, thank you. I still can't add. I'm looking at it wrong. I need to look at what's on the scoreboard instead of what I write. Pettit gets it to Johnson, right quarter. Jumpers on the way. It'll rattle in for Florida Johnson. 25-19, 6-point lead. 3:15 left to go in the half, and Valenciano was not ready for that pass. Pettit was. She steals it and then misses the layup. Uzzy with the rebound. She can't get it to go. It's loose on the floor, and Lopez will come away with it. No, they're going to get a tie-up, and possession arrow belongs to the Lady Saber Cats.
That was a great hustle from Cannon Russell to run down there and block that first shot, and then Gentry Wilmot with the block on the second one. So good job by the Leopardettes.
Bonds takes it down, draws contact. She'll have another and one.
Basket by Sanaya Bonds is good. And a foul.
Foul is going to be called, I think, on Lopez. That'll be the 4th team foul in the quarter. Lopez's first personal.
14 fouls.
That basket cuts it to a 4-point game and make it 3 as Bonds will finally hit a free throw. 25-22, just under 3 minutes left to go. Leopardettes turn it over as he races the other way. That's the 4th turnover on the Leopardettes. Uzzy all the way into the lane, and there's another turnover as Lopez comes up with the steal.
Yeah, I think that was Cannon, got her hand in there and knocked it loose, and Lopez got it.
25-22, Leopardettes with a 3-point lead, 2.5 left before halftime. Valenciano on the right wing, lobs it up front to Gentry. Left wing, Russell. Back to Gentry at the free throw line, got around Bonds, laid it up too strong and missed it, but she drew contact, so Gentry Wilmot will head to the free throw line. And I think they're going to call Johnson on the foul. Florida Johnson's 2nd personal. 3rd team foul here in the quarter. Gentry Wilmot to the line for the first time this afternoon. Gets a couple here. Knocks it down. She's got 4 in the ball game. Pushes the Leopardette lead back to 3. Back to 4. That one won't drop. Cannon Russell the miss underneath to Lopez, who can't get it to go up. Blocked by Johnson. The outlet comes down to Uzzy. 26-22. Leopardettes with a 4-point lead, 2 minutes left before halftime. Tompkins into the right corner. Pettit, long 3 is short. Rebound for Valenciano. Russell will push it up. And timeout's going to be called by the Leopardettes. Coach Cater with 1:49 left wants to make sure we get a good possession here. We'll send it back over to JD. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back to Ridge Creek right after this. You're watching live coverage of Leopardette basketball presented by the First National Bank on KBLP Live.
If you need local trash pickup with quality service at a fair price, call Red Dirt Waste Services today at 580-432-5697. Red Dirt Waste Services is locally owned and operated, offering household, residential, and light commercial trash pickup in Lindsay and surrounding areas, including Ellick, Bradley, Bray Doyle, Cox City, Elmore City, and Foster. Red Dirt Waste Services does household cleanouts too, and they offer 96-gallon polycarts and dumpsters. Bagged, loose, or heavy items, doesn't matter, they'll come get it. Red Dirt Waste Services even offers valet service, so you don't even have to take your trash to the curb. Schedule your weekly pickup today by calling 580-432-5697. Stop paying more than you have to for quality, dependable, and locally owned trash pickup. Call Red Dirt Waste Services at 580-432-5697. That's 580-432-5697.
Back here to Ridge Creek, 1:49 left to go in the first half. 26-22, Leopardettes lead by 4. And it will be Leopardette basketball out of the timeout. Valenciano will bring it in to Russell. Works left wing to Wilmot. Back to Russell. Back to McGowan left side. Leslie short corner left side. She'll dribble it back up to McGowan. Skip it all the way over to Valenciano right wing. Back up to Russell. Set a screen for McGowan. Uzzy gets around it, so she'll come left side to Gentry instead. Russell back to Valenciano, left wing three on the way from Aristide, won't drop. Oh, Leslie Wilmot stole that rebound away from Bonds, and McGowan for three from the right wing, and it's good.
4 for 4 now for Madison McGowan from three-point range. So,
and that started with, again, that hustle rebound underneath from Leslie Wilmot for her 5th rebound of the day. Johnson back up top to Uzzy. Back over to Tompkins left side. You got to watch out for Pettit in that left corner to get it to the high post to Johnson. She sends it back out to Tompkins, back over to Pettit. Left corner three on the way. It's an air ball. But Johnson's on the backside for the bad long rebound. In the lane, Uzzy got it down to Pettit, who had an easy one. 29-24. Leopardettes with the lead, 30 seconds left. Down under for Wilmot, can't come up with it. Leopardettes have their 5th turnover. Didn't need that one, really needed to try to find a final shot right there.
Yeah, ball fake bounce pass right there. You're not going to throw it over Bonds. She just too tall.
So Uzzy will give it to Tompkins at the top of the key to the high post for Bonds. They'll let her shoot that one. And it's a wide right. McGowan with the miss. Here comes Russell. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Gentry in the right corner goes underneath to Leslie. Bonds pushes her off the low post and then turns it over. I don't think Johnson will get there in time. The first half will come to an end. But the Leopardettes a 5-point lead, 29-24 here at halftime. We will send it over to JD. We'll take a timeout. Glenn and I will figure out our unofficial stats from the first half. We'll be back with more with your First National Bank halftime show right after this timeout on KBLP Live.
El Unico Taco Truck is ready to curb your hunger. The traveling taco truck has locations in Lindsay and Blanchard and is available for catering services. You can contact El Unico to book your next event at 405-760-0821. El Unico enjoys supporting all of our leopards with their Taco Tuesdays. Reach out to El Unico for your next event.
Hughes Heat and Air is a family-owned business that serves Lindsay and surrounding areas. Hughes Heat and Air provides service for residential and commercial jobs, including simple repairs and new installations. Hugh and his crew take pride in providing professional, efficient, and reliable work at affordable rates. For your next heat and air project, give Hugh a call at 1-405-756-6399. Good luck, Lindsay.
Capturing all your special moments is such a blessing to me, from running down the ball field to walking down the aisle. Call or text Photography Blessings by Lacey for all your photography needs. 405-428-0305. Go Leopards and Leopardettes.
Tabor's Drug has been locally owned and operated for almost 60 years and has employed many leopards and leopardettes. We are very proud to be a supporter of our sports teams. At Tabor's Drug, your prescriptions are filled with care and accuracy, and our pharmacist is available for free consulting concerning your prescriptions bought at Tabor's. We also offer interpreters for our Spanish-speaking friends. We are a very friendly store that has that small town feel. You can reach us at 405-756-4511. Come and see us.
Car Care Center is your hometown auto repair shop right here in Lindsay, America at 211 West Cherokee, providing complete automotive repair on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. So if your ride needs repair or service, Car Care Center can get it done. Whether it's radiators, mufflers, brakes, or diagnostics, Car Care Center can handle whatever you need to get back on the road. Call Car Care Center at 405-756-1447. That's 756-1447. Available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Car Care Center at 211 West Cherokee in Lindsay.
Clements Insurance provides insurance coverage to best suit your needs. We offer auto, home, farm, life, and business policies. Come by 109 West Chickasaw or call 405-756-2253. Clements Insurance is carrying on the tradition to satisfy you. So come see me, Keith, or Beth. Go Lindsay.
Welcome back to Bridge Creek and your First National Bank halftime show as the Leopardettes have a 5-point lead at halftime, 29-24 our score. And looking at the numbers from that first half, Sanaya Bonds leads the way for Southmoore. She has 9 in the first half. Then 6 points from Cadence Pettit, 3 points from 3 points from Sabrina Hernandez, 2 points from Morel Uzzi, and Florida Johnson. That rounds out the scoring for the Lady Saber Cats, who were 1 for 4 from the free throw line in the first half. Leopardettes already have 2 players in double figures. Maddie McGowan with 4 3-point baskets. She's 4 for 4 from 3, is that right?
That's right.
And Maddie draining them from outside. She also is 1 for 2 at the line. She has 13 here in the first half. And then 10 from Leslie Wilmot. She's had a good first half as well, and she's made 11 at the free throw line too, where she is 4 for 6 from the free throw line, but 10 in the first half for Leslie Wilmot. 4 from Gentry Wilmot and 2 from Cannon Russell. That's all the scoring for the Leopardettes. They did go 8 for 12 from the free throw line in the first half. Leopardettes are +2 on the glass at 14-12. They out-rebound the Lady Saber Cats by 2. And then the Leopardettes and the Lady Saber Cats both have 5 turnovers here in this first half. We'll go over to Glenn and see what the shooting looks like.
Southmoore 10 for 21 from 2-point range. A lot of that is they've been getting runouts and drives to the basket, and Bonds is just really tough underneath there. So 10 for 21 from 2-point range, 1 for 7 from 3-point range, for a total of 11 for 28 for 39% for the Lady Saber Cats. For the Leopardettes, they were 3 for 12 from 2-point range. Usually they shoot a lot better than that from 2-point range. But 3-point range, they're 5 for 9. So a total.
Maybe we should shoot threes the rest of the day.
Maybe. Let Maddie for sure.
There you go.
8 for 21 from the field for 38%. But we outscored them by 7 from the free throw line, and that's really helped boost that 5-point lead, get us that 5-point lead here in the first half.
Yeah, and I don't know, we kind of talked about it off the air, but Sanaya Bonds is a handful with her size and her strength down underneath. I don't know how you battle up against her, and Lopez and McGowan both have had their tries at it. Both have picked up fouls trying to stay with him. In fact, McGowan, the only player in the game for the Leopardettes who has more than 1 foul. And, of course, Martorell has 3 for the Lady Saber Cats coming in off the bench. But nobody in any real foul trouble for either team. But if you're not going to get her in foul trouble, the Leopardettes are going to have to find a way to slow her down and not let her get into the lane and get those easy shots. But I like the offense for the Leopardettes. They've done a great job of being able to get it into a high post or a short corner and find somebody wide open in the lane. And Leslie Wilmot has been the benefactor of that so far here in this first half, with probably all 3 of her field goals coming from that situation.
Yeah, they Southmore's tried to run some man, but when they run man, we move Maddie outside, and that pulls Bonds out away from the basket, and I don't think their coach wants Bonds away from the basket, so they've run predominantly that 2-3 zone, although they did go to a 3-2 zone there at the end. But, we're going to have the corners wide open. If they're in that 2-3 zone, we're going to have the high post and that short corner wide open. So we've definitely got options, and just need to take care of the basketball and get it to the open girl for the open shot.
So, again, the Leopardettes with a 5-point lead here at halftime, and we'll see how they do here in the second half as the Leopardettes will get the ball to start the third quarter. Just to kind of fill you in, the Lindsay Leopards, in case you did miss that last night, ran into the Buzzsaw, which is the number 10 team in the state in Class 4A, the Blanchard Lions, and the Leopards hung tough that first quarter. They were just down 2 at the end of 1, but found themselves down 18 by the time we got to halftime. They end up losing the game by 22. It's 60-38 is the final score in that one, and nobody for double figures for the Leopards, even though Bryson Watts finished with 9 in the game. But they will play in the third-place game against the Tuttle Tigers. That game at 5:30. We'll be sure and have that game for you here, so make sure you make plans to be with us here for that one, as Lindsay and Tuttle boys will play for third place. But after this ball game, we will move over, to the boys' boys' third-place game, boys' consolation championship game. I'm getting myself confused here. The OKC Storm and Durant will play for the consolation championship following this game, and then we'll move to that third-place girls game between Durant and Chickasha before our boys play. The Lindsay boys play Tuttle at 5:30. And then if you want to come watch a couple of really good championship games, Blanchard and Bridge Creek boys will play on the boys' side of the bracket. Luther and Blanchard girls will play at 7. So that'll round out to the tournament. 7 o'clock, Blanchard and Luther girls, and at 8:30, Blanchard and Bridge Creek boys. That one will be a for sure fun one to watch there. But, again, that wraps up championship Saturday here at Bridge Creek and the Bobcat Classic.
Yeah, you look at that boys' side, it is just flat out loaded when you've got Tuttle and Blanchard and Bridge Creek all ranked in Class 4A, all right here within, 10 miles of each other.
Exactly.
And so that boys' side has been a stinger. And, yeah, we played the number 10 ranked 4A team in the semifinals, but now we get to play the number 15 ranked team.
Right.
That got beat by the number
11 ranked
team.
The Bridge Creek.
We played Bridge 4A.
Yeah.
In 4A.
So and that's it. You look at that. You've got 3 of the top 15 teams in 4A playing in this tournament, and the Leopards have played all 3 of them now. Because we've played Ridge Creek already, played Blanchard last night, and now we'll play Tuttle today. So
yeah, and then we beat Pauls Valley, who's ranked in 4A. So
true.
You like a tough schedule; it gets you ready for the playoffs. But I'm not sure Coach Ferguson realized it was going to be this tough.
Yeah. Leopardettes with the ball. They'll put Russell, Gentry, Leslie, McGowan, and Valenciano on the floor to start this third quarter. And again, they'll face a 2-3 zone. Gentry right side to the short corner to Leslie. Russell back up top. Valenciano, 3 ball on the way, and it's good. Aristay starts off the Leopardettes with a 3 and makes it 32-24 Leopardettes, an 8-point lead.
Yeah, you throw it to the baseline, everybody drops and flattens out and leaves Aristay wide open at the point for the 3.
Tompkins looking for Bonds, and Gentry comes away with a batted pass and a steal. Great hands right there from Gentry Wilmot. Aristay ahead to Russell. Skips it over to Gentry left side, and they'll set up the offense. Maddie goes to the high post. Aristay, Valenciano left side. Skip pass all the way to McGowan right side. Back to Russell in between the circles. Back to Valenciano left side. 3 on the way, and Aristay starts with back-to-back 3s to make it 35-24 Leopardettes. Timeout, Lady Saber Cats. We can't draw it up much better than that.
Nope. Get a 3 on your first possession, get a turnover on your first defense possession, then get another 3 from Airstay again. So great job of taking advantage of both ends of the floor.
So hopefully the Leopardettes can keep that going. And again, part of that too, I think if you can keep the ball moving and keep the tempo up, I think you kind of take Bonds out of the mix there, especially if you can get out in transition. I think that's one of the things that didn't really get much into it. But when you start talking about the 6-foot freshman, that kind of size, you don't typically move up and down the floor extremely fast. And so if the Leopardettes can just out-move her up and down the floor, then maybe get down here and get a shot before she can get there.
Absolutely, yeah. We definitely out-quick her.
As he works to the left wing, Bonds sends it back over to Shipman. Out between the circles, comes back over to Pettit, top of the key. McGowan battling Bonds on the inside, comes back over to Shipman, right wing, into the corner for Uzzy. Back to Tompkins at the elbow, just throws one at the basket, missed everything, and there's Valenciano after the tip from Wilmot, comes away with a miss.
Yeah, wild shot right there.
Russell, left wing.
Yeah, they're in a man now.
Yeah, switch to a man. Leopardettes, and Russell nearly lost the basketball, and she did lose it. Tompkins will come away with it, and they're going to call her for the travel.
Yeah.
So the Leopardettes turned it over, but then they give it right back. She went to her knees after she was on the floor with it, and they're going to say she traveled with it. We've had a discussion about what's a travel and what's not just about every ball game, and Coach says that's not a travel, but that is a three-point basket from Maddie McGowan, who's now, 5 for 5 from 3?
Yeah.
Leopardettes have 3 threes to start this third quarter, and they've stretched this out to a 14-point lead on a 9-0 run to start this quarter. Uzzy on the handle, sends it over the left side. Pettit trying to stop the bleeding, can't get it to go. Russell with the miss. And again, got to get out in transition here, but Pettit's going to make it tough for Cannon. Across the timeline, McGowan high on that left side. Gentry will work to the top of the key on the handle. Goes to and Valenciano went to go make a backdoor cut, and she went down hard. And I missed that. I couldn't tell if her and Shipman hit there.
No,
I think she just rolled an ankle or a knee or something there as she went to make that backdoor cut. And good to see her get up off the floor in good shape. That's great sportsmanship as well. Shipman very concerned about Valenciano when she went down there.
She's holding that left knee there.
So, Hernandez and Martorell have checked back in for Lady Saber Cats. Johnson fires a 3 top of the key, and it's good. That'll stop the bleeding some. 38-27, Leopardette lead at 7. We're under 5 left here in the third.
At 11.
At 11, I'm sorry. Gentry drives the right side of the lane, sends it over to Russell. Left corner 3 from Cannon's an air ball. Can McGowan come up with it? No, but that's all right because Martorell can't either. She'll lose it out of bounds. It'll be Leopardette basketball. So looking at a replay, JD says looks like Valenciano may have rolled an ankle as she went to make that cut, but glad to see she's out there battling through that. Gentry for 3 right corner. That's short. Rebound pulled down by Martorell. Leslie nearly knocked it loose. Here comes Uzzy. Stopped at the top of the key by Russell. Sends it to Johnson right side. Back up between the circles for Hernandez. Uzzy drives into the lane. Floater is up and good. Just a second field goal for Addison Uzzy, but here comes Lady Saber Cats, old 5-0 run here. They've cut it to 9. Gentry gives it to Leslie around a screen from McGowan, back to Russell, and Russell traveled with it. She could never get it before she could get that dribble down before she took that next step, and the Leopardettes now have 7 turnovers. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 4:03 left to go here in the third quarter. Leopardettes with a 9-point lead in the basketball. After this timeout, Leopardette basketball is presented by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live.
Whether you want to promote your business or unite your team, depend on Design It. Locally owned and operated, we are dedicated to offering the service you need to give you the results you deserve. We are committed to providing you with custom screen printing, embroidery, custom graphic designs, logo designs, and we have a creative arts department and an in-house artist who can take your idea and give it our professional touch with custom art services. Contact us today.
4:03 left here in the third. I think I lied. This is a Saber Cat basketball as the Leopardettes turned it over with the travel, and Uzi will bring it across for Southmoore. Over into the right corner for Johnson. Back up to the right wing, Hernandez getting to the left side. And there's Russell with the steal, and she will have a run-out layup at the other end, and it's up and good. Great anticipation. Makes it 40-29. Leopardettes back up by 11, and then Uzi lost it going in the lane at the other end. McGowan comes up with the loose ball. Gentry will push it ahead. She'll take it against a double team, fakes the pass, missed it. Leslie with the good hustle came up with it, but Johnson stole it back. And then there's Cannon Russell who came up right with it again. So Leopardettes missed it, got the rebound, lost it, and got it right back. And then Russell drains a three from the left corner.
Russell with 3 points.
14-point Leopardette lead, matches their biggest of the game with 3:05 left to go here in the third quarter. Hernandez for the long two from the baseline, and it's up and good. 43-31, Leopardettes by 12. Top of the key, the Cutters. Got it to Valenciano, up to Leslie. Leslie to the elbow, gets it to McGowan, and McGowan from 10 can't get it to drop. Rebound pulled down by Pettit. She will head the other way. Uzi in transition, got the basket, and she'll get the foul as Russell that time commits the first foul of the quarter on the Leopardettes, her first personal as well. But Uzi now with an and one opportunity here to try to cut this to a single-digit game. Single-digit lead. Gracie Bray back in the ball game. Russell again will have a seat. Get a breather with 2:33 left here in the third. That's his first free throw attempt of the day. And she knocks it down. She's got 7 in the ball game. It's 43-34. Leopardette lead down to 9. Bray on the handle. That is Gentry on the handle. Gives it to Bray. Valenciano back up top off the weave. Goes to work on Hernandez. Comes to Gentry. She does the backdoor cut on Uzi. The left-hander won't go, but Uzi picks up her first foul of the game. First team foul on Southmoore in the quarter, and Wilmot is in. Gentry Wilmot hits to the line.
Yeah, good recognition right there, and good, strong offhand drive from Gentry.
First one from Gentry will not drop in. She's now 1 for 3 at the line. McGowan checks out. Lopez back in for the Leopardettes. Gentry with a second free throw attempt here. Try to give the Leopardettes that 10-point lead back, and that one won't drop either. Bonds pulls down her 6th rebound, and she's going to go coast to coast with it. Got into the lane and double dribbled it. That's why you don't want your 6-foot post dribbling down the floor in transition.
Absolutely. Yeah.
11th turnover on the Lady Saber Cats. The Leopardettes get it back with 2 minutes left to go here in the third. Leslie up top to Lopez, over right wing to Valenciano. And comes up to Bray between the circles. She'll come back right, hand it to Leslie, up top to Lopez. Left wing Gentry. Off the curl screen. Nice left-hander from Leslie Wilmot. She's got 18 in the ball game, puts the Leopardette lead back to 11. Pettit drives in, missed everything, and then there is Bonds. Again, the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, Lopez came off Bonds to try and stop the drive, and nobody was there to help Lopez.
Gentry right wing. Valenciano works it back to the top of the key. 1:15 left in the third. It's 45-36. Leopardettes by 9. Valenciano works around the screen from Lopez, sends it over left side. Bray works to the top of the key. She'll hand it to Gentry. She'll work up top. Uzzy on the handle against Gentry Wilmot. Gentry takes it all the way to the right wing and lost it. Uzzy comes away with the steal. 9 turnovers on the Leopardettes. Uzzy to Pettit in transition. Missed it though. Leslie with the rebound. Out to Gentry. Gentry takes it in the lane and now pulls it back out. Comes to the right elbow. Skips it all the way to the left side. 3 ball from Bray won't drop. Rebound underneath, back out to Pettit, across the lane to Uzzy, and then Uzzy puts it in transition. She's got 9, 7 of them in this quarter. It's 45-38, the lead down to 7 for the Leopardettes. Leslie gives it up to Bray on the left wing. Under 10 now. Gentry gets it back with 6 seconds left. Got to get something going here. Lopez in the lane, puts up the left-hander. It drops in at the buzzer. Alondra Lopez finishes the quarter with a basket for the Leopardettes. Makes it 47-38. Leopardettes by 9 as we head to the final stanza. Don't go away. The fourth quarter coming up after this. You're watching live coverage of Leopardette basketball presented by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live.
Curb your hunger at a new location right here in Lindsay, Oklahoma. From the owners of El Unico Taco Truck comes Casa 13. Casa 13 will bring a delicious variety of Mexican food. Stay tuned to their Facebook for sneak peeks. Following their grand opening on January 4th, Casa 13 will be located at 110 Northeast 4th Street right here in Lindsay, Oklahoma. Go Leopards!
This is Brandon Cottrell, pastor at Calvary Baptist Church. Just want to take a moment and invite you to come worship with us this Sunday. Classes begin at 9:30 and worship follows at 10:45. We have something for all ages each Wednesday night. Meals begin at 5:30 and Bible study follows at 6:30. We would love to have you come be a part of our worship. We're located 410 West Chickasaw. Come join us.
So Lady Saber Cats with the ball to start in the fourth quarter. They trail the Leopardettes by 9. Uzzy gets it in the backcourt from Shipman. Martorell back up top to Johnson. Back over to Shipman left wing. 3 ball on the way is good. Kenzie Shipman's first basket of the game. And it makes it a 6-point lead. 47-41, Leopardettes by 6. Russell hands to Valenciano around the screen from McGowan. Back to Leslie. Leslie the dribble handoff to Cannon. Cannon has trouble coming up with it. And work it back. Leslie stops, fires a 3 right wing. It's way left, and the rebound pulled down underneath by Martorell, and then they're going to get a reach-in foul called on the Leopardettes. Cannon Russell picks up the foul. That's her second. First team foul in the fourth on the Leopardettes.
That's one thing you got to lead. You don't want to foul and put them in the free throw line where they're trying to score with no time going off the clock, and we can't defend that.
Johnson right wing up top to Martorell. Back over right wing Tompkins. Goes to the baseline, lost the handle. Oh, we're going to get a push foul there on the Leopardettes. And I think that's going to go on Bray maybe. And it does. Gracie Bray picks up the first. Second team foul. Bray checks out. Tompkins looking to inbound. Still can't find anybody. Finally gets it all the way to Shipman. Back into the right corner. Johnson takes McGowan to the baseline. Stopped there. Oh, and a great play. Gentry Wilmot knocks the ball away from Tompkins. The Leopardettes come up with the turnover.
Yeah, great anticipation, reaching over and knocking that pass away.
Up top, Valenciano right wing. Back up between the circles, Gentry. Pass intended for McGowan, batted away by Martorell. Again, they're trying hard to get it in there, and there's McGowan hit on the other end, and they're going to call Russell with a foul on this end, and McGowan is hurting on this end.
3 fouls in a minute, not even a minute and a half. We got to quit fouling.
McGowan is going to check out. Lopez is in, and they're going to check on the right hand from on McGowan. And Leopardettes forced the turnover down here. I'm sorry, I was down here looking at McGowan and trying to see what's going on there. I'll get back to action here, and somebody else can keep up with what they do. Check on down there. Russell gets around Shipman. Lopez out on that left wing. They'll get it to Leslie, top of the key, over to Gentry. Uzzy on her. Gentry drives down, leaves it for Valenciano. She'll dribble across the top of the key. The dribble hand off to Russell around the screen from Lopez. Can't get it back to her in the lane, though. Valenciano gets it back. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor with 6:10 left in the fourth quarter, 47-41. Leopardettes with the lead and the basketball. When we come back after this, Leopardette basketball is presented by the First National Bank on KBLP Live.
For all your tax services, contact Grant and Katie Johnson, CPA. Grant and Katie are certified public accountants that provide full-service accounting, bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services. With 2 offices, one located at 600 Southeast 4th Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma, and another at 313 North Walnut in Pauls Valley, Grant and Katie are ready to meet your CPA needs. Give Grant or Katie a call at 405-238-2727 and set up your appointment today.
Hey Leopard fans, this is Nick Johnson from First Baptist Church Lindsay. At First Baptist Church, we are a family ministry and desire to faithfully proclaim the gospel in Lindsay and beyond. We would like to invite you to join us every Sunday for worship at 9 a.m. and Sunday school following at 10:15. Our Wednesday evening activities start with dinner at 5:50, and then we have Bible studies for children, youth, and adults starting at 6:30. First Baptist Church is proud to support the Lindsay Leopards, and we wish all of our student athletes a successful season. From all of us at First Baptist Church Lindsay, go Leopards!
Leopardette basketball out of the timeout. Leslie Wilmot has it left wing. Comes to Gentry between the circles. Back to Russell right wing. Gentry cuts into the lane. They'll come up to Valenciano. 3 ball straight away. He won't crawl over and go in. Rebound for Lopez. Knocked loose. And then Gentry Wilmot will draw contact and go to the free throw line for 2. And the foul will go on Shipman. That's just her first. That's the first foul in the quarter against the Lady Saber Cats, but 2 free throws coming up here for Gentry Wilmot. Leopardettes hanging on to a 6-point lead, but a long way to go in this one. 5:50 left as Gentry can't get that one to go. She's now 1 for 5 at the line. Tompkins and Shipman check out. Pettit and Hernandez return. Gentry's second one on the way, and that one won't drop in either. Alondra Lopez tries to save the rebound, and she does. Gentry comes away with it, and then she is double-teamed and all kinds of fouling going on over there, and they finally whistle. The foul called on, I think they're going to get Uzzy. Second foul on Addis and Uzzy, and that'll be the second team foul.
Yeah, big rebound right there. Save the possession. We need to see if we can get a score here, extend that 6-point lead.
Gentry will inbound from in front of her own bench. Got it into Lopez. Will give it right back to Gentry. Picked up by Uzzy. She'll work to the top of the key. Goes to the lane. Hands it off to Leslie, to Valenciano back between the circles. Russell comes back and gets it. Picked up by Pettit to the high post. Lopez fakes the handoff to Valenciano, then gives it back to her. Comes back left wing to Russell. Wesley trying to post up Martorell inside. And that should be a foul right there, as that was a tough fall for Russell right there, too. as Pettit picks up the foul, just her second. That is the third team foul now.
That was going to be on Pettit. It's her second foul, 3 team fouls.
So no free throws here. McGowan got that finger taped up. We suspected that maybe she dislocated it, jammed it, something there in that exchange, and she is back on the floor. And
she's still wincing in pain. You can tell it's still hurting.
Yep. We'll see how she handles it here. That may be tough when you're trying to catch a pass.
Yeah, it's your right hand. It's your shooting hand, too.
Russell on the handle.
Yeah,
McGowan,
she caught that ball with the left hand.
Yep. Hands it back to Leslie, who took a bump from Bonds and no whistle. Gentry, Uzzy working on her, reverses back to the right, got it in to McGowan. They can't get it to go, but she'll draw the foul and go to the line to shoot. And again, Uzzy, the one who picked up on that foul there, her third, team's fourth. And now McGowan, who, by the way, I had the scoring messed up a while ago. I think I said Leslie had 18. She's got 12. McGowan has 16 in the game as she misses that free throw. Again, that's her shooting hand that she hurt there. That one won't drop either. Bonds will come away with that rebound. That's her 8th rebound of the game. The outlet for Uzzy. She takes Russell to the lane, and Gentry knocks the ball loose. McGowan comes up with it. Great hustle there from Gentry Wilmot. Russell on the handle. Nobody picks her up. Gets to the free throw line. Jumper too strong. The long rebound tracked down by Martorell. Uzzy ahead. Bonds in transition. Let McGowan go by and put it up and in. 47-43. The lead for the Leopardettes down to just 4. They've been ahead 14 twice in this ball game. McGowan turns around, hands it to Valenciano, works right to left across the key, comes left side. Russell turns down to 3, runs to the elbow, sends it over to McGowan right wing. She's got Bonds out there and hands it off to Leslie. Leslie to Russell. She'll back up and goes to the high post to McGowan, and they're going to call McGowan for a travel.
I didn't see it.
I didn't either. But that's the 10th turnover on the Leopardettes. And so now Lady Saber Cats with the ball back. 3:56 to go in the ball game, trailing by 4. Uzzy will bring it up. The high post to Morrell, the back door, no. And that McGowan picks up the foul, and I won't argue that that's not a foul, but they've let that go this whole game, and now they're going to call that on McGowan for her 3rd personal and the 3rd team foul.
Yeah, that they keep running that double high play, and Bond X down, and when you let her cross your face, it's just you can't stop her.
Hernandez gets the inbound. Shot will not drop. Valenciano mistimed her jump, and that allowed Pettit to come in to pick it up her 4th rebound. Bonds comes out to set the screen. Pettit gets around it, gets into the lane, and shot won't go, but they're going to call Valenciano, I believe, on the foul. That is her 2nd. That's the 4th team foul on the Leopardettes. Actually the 5th. So 2 free throws coming up here for Cadence Pettit. She was 0 for 2 her first trip. Had 6 points at halftime, did not score in that 3rd quarter. And she will get that free throw to drop for her 7th point in the game and cuts the Leopardette lead to just 3.
I tell you, Pettit and Uzzy have done a good job going to the hole, and then you throw Bonds in the mix, and they've done some good things offensively.
Second free throw from Pettit is on the way. That one drops in as well. 47-45, the Leopardette lead cut down to 2. This is a big run here as Russell nearly lost the basketball, and Leopardette fans want a foul, and they can't get one called. Gentry can't get away from Uzzy. And finally they do a timeout call by Coach Cater. But the Leopardette fans are not happy right now at all. Can't get a whistle. 47-45, Leopardettes by 2, 3:15 left to go in the ball game. We're back after this timeout on KBLP Live.
Hey there, this is Trace Adams with Hassler Hot Oil Service. We are family owned and operated with over 25 years experience. I am a 4th generation Lindsay Leopard, and we proudly support Lindsay Leopards and Leopardettes athletically and academically in all their endeavors. Call my dad, Greg Adams, at 405-756-6075 for all of your hot oiler needs. Again, that's 405-756-6075. Go Lindsay!
Hi, I'm Jess Thornburg with Homestead & Co. Realty. I'm a local realtor that lives locally. I live here and I work here. Growing up in rural Oklahoma, I was taught the value of doing the right thing. I know how valuable relationships are with good people. So I'd like to apply for the relationship of being your realtor. I'm not a high-pressure salesperson from the city, so call me at 405-471-9855 when you're thinking real estate. You'll get information from a real person without the sales pressure. Call me at 405-471-9855. Let's go, Lindsay.
So Leopardette basketball out of the timeout. Gentry will send it out to Russell to the top of the key for McGowan. Oh, everybody left and left her alone, and now the and one for Maddie McGowan as nobody picked her up on the roll, and she fakes the handoff and gets the foul on Uzzy. That's huge. That's her 4th.
Yeah, a lot of good things happened right there. I don't know where Mons was. I think she thought Maddie was going to hand it off and went with the cutter.
And there is Leslie Wilmot with an offensive rebound off the missed free throw from McGowan. Leslie's got 12 points and 7 boards in this game. McGowan turns around, sends it across to Leslie, back out to Valenciano. Russell out near the half line. Uzzy on the defense. I'd take her to the rack. She's got 4 fouls on her. Send it all the way to Leslie left side. Russell sets the screen back out between the circles to McGowan. Back over to Russell. Hand off Valenciano, and we're going to call an offensive foul.
Yeah, on Cannon Russell. When she handed off, she ran into the defender, and they're calling an offensive foul on that.
It's player control, no free throws, but that's the 3rd personal on Cannon. Uzzy will have the ball. Leopardettes with a 4-point lead. Pettit wanted to go to Bonds. McGowan did a good job of cutting her off. Pettit from the left elbow. The floater's an air ball, and then they're going to say that Tompkins was out of bounds when she touched the basketball, so it'll go back over to the Leopardettes. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. The Saber Cats call this one. 2:19 left in the ball game. 49-45. Leopardettes by 4. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back to Bridge Creek right after this. Leopardette basketball is being presented by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live.
Get your game day, or any day, off to a great start with Hot Mess Coffee at 213 South Main in Lindsay. Hot Mess Coffee Co. offers coffees, lattes, teas, and other tasty beverages, plus great food, too. Good luck to the Lindsay Leopards from Hot Mess Coffee Co. and Java House Realty at 213 South Main in Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay community. My name is Christian Torres, and I am the minister for the Lindsay Church of Christ. We would like to invite you to come and worship with us on Sundays at 10:45 a.m. and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. We're located at 1205 West Cherokee Street. Here at the Lindsay Church of Christ, you will find the truth of God's Word, spoken in love, and a group of people who love God and one another. Do you have a Bible question? Well, we have a Bible answer. Come and worship with us and be edified at the Lindsay Church of Christ.
2:19 left to go here in the ball game. 49-45. Leopardettes with a 4-point lead. The basketball, Southmoore has now come out in this full court press. If the Leopardettes can get it down the floor, and they do, Valenciano across the timeline. She'll pull up and hand it to Gentry. Man defense from Lady Saber Cats as Leopardettes try to run this one out with 2 minutes left to go, hanging on to a 4-point lead. Valenciano with Tompkins on her out near the half line. Can't get away from her. We'll hand it to Gentry. Uzzy on her. Gentry reverses, pulls it back out, hands to Leslie. Leslie back to Russell. Russell with Pettit on her, has a count going. Gets it back over to Valenciano. Leopardettes are going to try to just run some clock here. Valenciano into the lane, circles back out to Gentry. She'll pull it out. This is a hang on to the basketball and hit free throws kind of finish here, as we're under a minute and a half to go. Valenciano gives it over to Russell, and now we'll get a foul called on Pettit. That'll just be her third, but this will be 2 free throws. Valenciano heads to the line for the first time today. Had 2 threes to start off that barrage in the third quarter for the Leopardettes, and this will be her first free throw attempts of the night, and that one will drop in.
Yeah, free throws in the fourth quarter. So far we're 0 for 5. That was the first one we made, and, you get to the fourth quarter and they become paramount.
Tompkins checks out. Hernandez checks in for the Lady Saber Cats. Valenciano's second free throw on the way. They're both good. She's got 8 in the ball game. The Leopardette lead now at 6 with 1:24 left. Uzzy will bring it up. Goes left wing to Hernandez. Pass tipped by Gentry. She comes away with the steal. That is the 15th turnover now on the Lady Saber Cats. Russell works on Uzzy, who's got 4 fouls on her. Gives it out to McGowan. McGowan getting pushed by Bonds. Bonds will pick up just her second personal. That'll put McGowan at the free throw line. She's only attempted 1 since she hurt that finger, but she is 0 for 3 here in this fourth quarter, and now gets that one to go, though. That one's huge because that puts it to a 3-possession game at 52-45. Got that one as well. 53-45 Leopardettes. We've got 1:02 left in the ball game. Here comes Uzzy. Works left, now goes back right, takes it down the right side of the lane. Bonds from the free throw line. It's short, rebound tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say Uzzy, the last to touch it. It'll be Leopardette basketball.
Yep, now it's just free throws and layups.
And timeout called by Southmoore. 51.8 left in the ball game, and the Leopardettes, as Glenn just said, free throws and layups. You don't shoot unless you got a layup, and then when you get fouled, you hit the free throws. We'll see if they can do that. Let's take a timeout with them. We'll come back after this here on KBLP Live.
With Oklahoma's weather being unpredictable, you need a trusted roofing company. At Legacy Roofing and Construction, we are proud to serve Lindsay, Oklahoma, and the surrounding areas. Call Legacy Roofing and Construction for a free estimate at 405-756-8855 or visit our website at legacy-roofing.com.
In our community, we believe in the power of unity and strength. Introducing the Pass Drug Free Coalition and a group of dedicated individuals committing to creating a drug-free environment. We work tirelessly to educate, empower, and support our community in the fight against drug abuse. Through preventions, programs, awareness campaigns, and partnership, we've made a significant impact. Join us in our mission to create a drug-free community together. We can make a difference. Visit our social media accounts or email us today to find out how you can get involved. Let's go Leopards and Leopardettes.
So Leopardette basketball out of the timeout. McGowan will get the inbound, sends it back to Gentry, ahead to Valenciano. As again, the Leopardettes just need to hang on here and hit free throws, and Gentry lost the basketball. Uzzy comes up with it. And then in transition, they're going to get an and one.
Wow.
So you go from the worst possible of turning it over to not only fouling, but you give them an and one. Valenciano with the fouls, her third. And now you give Uzzy a chance.
That was an impressive shot. Underhand, scoop, left-handed, falling away, crawled over the rim.
But she got it to go. 53-48. It's a 5-point game, 35 seconds left. Russell has Pettit on her. And when they need a timeout, they didn't get it. Pettit got the steal in the basket.
Yeah, we don't have any timeouts left.
I did not look at to see that. And all of a sudden, this is back to a 3-point game. The Leopardettes had a 8-point lead. And then Pettit makes it 53-50. we'll keep it here for this timeout. But it's Leopardettes have done some good things to stretch that one back out again. Then we took it back out to an 8-point lead at 53-45. And then since then, it's been a 5-0 run. He had a turnover and then let them get that easy basket.
Yeah. Dribbling in front of you. You know, I think they're not doubling. We just need to clear out. But don't dribble in front of you. You know, do a change of direction move and don't do a crossover in front of you when they're that close. So,
well, Lady Saber Cats have outscored the Leopardettes 12-6 in this quarter. Leopardettes have one field goal, and they are 4 of 9 from the free throw line here in this quarter. This is huge right here. 27 seconds left. You've got to get the ball in and get to the other end of the floor and either get some free throws or a basket. Russell will get it in. Got to just go. Uzzy coming from behind, knocks it loose. And they're going to say it is off of Russell, out of bounds. 12 turnovers now on the Leopardettes. And again, you're going to give the Lady Saber Cats a chance with 3 points lead for Lindsay and 22 seconds left. Uzzy in the backcourt, picks it up. Comes over to Hernandez, hands it back off to Pettit. She'll split a double team, lays it up, and it's good. 53-52. Leopardettes a 1-point lead. A foul called on Bonds is her third. Now got to hit some free throws.
Yeah, Cannon Russell going to the free throw line. She's 2 for 2 so far this game. So
big ones right here. Pushes it to where it takes a 3 to tie the game. You've only got 7.9 seconds left. And Whistle's waiting for Hernandez to fill that spot at the lane. Huge free throws here from the senior. And Russell does not get that one to drop. Now you got to have this one to make sure a layup doesn't beat you. This one at least forces them to hit a 3. And Russell can't get that one to go either. Bonds comes down with a miss. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. She's going to take it herself. Flips it behind her to Pettit. Pettit lost the handle on the basketball. The Leopardettes are going to come away with a win by 1 point. 53-52 as Pettit lost the handle trying to get it back and allowed the Leopardettes to come away with the steal. That one got way too close for comfort, but hey, the Leopardettes just picked up their 10th win of the season, and they'll take home the consolation championship trophy from the first ever Bobcat Classic here in Bridge Creek. We'll hang out here and see if we can pick up on the trophy presentation before we send this one back.
All right, first of all, I just want to say that was an exciting game by both teams.
PA announcer talking about how exciting a game that was. That was way too exciting for Leopardette fans. But yes, hey, hats off to the Lady Saber Cats from Southmoore. And the consolation trophy presented to the Lindsay Leopardettes. Valenciano and Hernandez, or Hillebrand actually head out to accept that. And pictures all around. But again, the Leopardettes pick up the win 53-52 over Southmoore. And with that, we're going to send it back over to JD. We'll take a timeout, wrap this one up, fill you in on the rest of the day for us right after this timeout here on KBLP Live.
If you have a hankering for the best barbecue in South Central Oklahoma, then get yourself down to the Meat Locker Barbecue in Lindsay. Every Monday, Thursday, and Friday, located just off of Highway 19, 106 Northwest 4th. At the Meat Locker, we work hard to bring you the most consistent, delicious, slow-smoked barbecue around at a price that won't break the bank. And don't forget, we cater too, and we'd love to do the cooking for your next event. So come see us or give us a call, 405-428-1198. and visit our new website at meatlockerbbqok.com for the latest Meat Locker merchandise. We're proud to sponsor this broadcast of Lindsay Leopard Athletics and want to wish all the students, faculty, and staff a successful year.
At Rural Electric Cooperative, we're committed to providing electric power and opportunity to the many areas our members call home. That includes supporting youth programs that teach life skills and build character. With REC, you're more than a customer, you're a member owner. And that's why we're always working hard to provide you with the most dependable electric power possible. As a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, REC is dedicated to providing the best service possible and supporting the communities in our service area.
S&H Tank Service is your choice for Lindsay owned and operated vacuum truck service. S&H Tank Service's fleet is equipped with transports, bobtails, pump and kill trucks rated up to 10,000 psi, plus hot oil units, rock trailers, frac tanks, mud and shell haul-off pits, and soil farming. As Lindsay High School graduates, S&H is proud to support Lindsay schools and all of their student activities. S&H Tank Service would like to wish the Leopards and Leopardettes the best of luck in everything they do. Give S&H a call anytime, 24/7 at 405-756-3121. That's 405-756-3121. And remember, your phone starts our trucks. That's S&H Tank Service of Lindsay.
Welcome back to Bridge Creek as we wrap up the Leopardette victory, 53-52. They defeat the Lady Saber Cats of Southmoore. And we'll talk about the final numbers here for Southmoore. They end up with 3 players in double figures. Cadence Pettit finished with 14 in the game. Sania Bonds finishes with 13, and Addison Uzzy finished with 10. 5 points from Sabrina Hernandez, 3 points from Kinsey Shipman and Florida Johnson, and then 2 apiece from Oyane Martorell and also from Johnson. I don't know where I missed. I've got a 3 there somewhere that I think is out of place. I may have to figure that one out. But, again, I've got 5 of 8 from the free throw line for the Lady Saber Cats. For the Leopardettes, 20 points from Maddie McGowan on the night, and jammed that finger or something there in that fourth quarter, but still came out with a big win. Big night at 20 points and 4 rebounds on the night. 12 points and 7 rebounds for Leslie Wilmot, the other player in double figures for the Leopardettes. 8 from Valenciano, 7 from McCannon Russell, then 4 from Gentry Wilmot, and 2 from Rolanda Lopez. Loud shot the scoring for the Leopardettes. They were 12 of 25 from the charity stripe. Leopardettes end up -2 on the glass. They're out-rebounded 21-19, but then it was 16 turnovers for the Lady Saber Cats, and the Leopardettes end up with 12. With that, we'll send it over to Glenn, talk about the shooters.
Yeah, and for Southmoore, they actually outshot us, but they were 19 for 35 from two-point range for 54%, 3 for 11 from three-point range for 27%, for a total of 22 for 46 for 48%. Lindsay, 7 for 19 from two-point range for 37%. 9 for 19 from three-point range. They were hot from three-point range for 47%, for a total of 16 for 38 for 42%. So, but we shot 25 free throws and they only shot 8, and that's a lot of the disparity in number of shots taken.
I agree. But again, the Leopardettes pick up their 10th win of the season. They go to 10-7, and will be, I believe, it's on the road at Purcell next Tuesday night, and that's where we will see the Leopardettes next on the floor as we travel to take on the Lady Dragons on Tuesday night. So with that, congratulations to the Leopardettes, Coach Cater, Coach Dodd, and that'll wrap up the girls' broadcasts. And again, they go 10-7 on the season. The Leopardettes will. Or the Leopards, rather, will take on Tuttle in the third-place boys game, and we'll have that broadcast for you. Scheduled start time of 5:30 if they stay on schedule. And they've done a pretty good job that here staying pretty close to schedule. So we'll plan on just before 5:30 starting our pregame here in Bridge Creek for our Lindsay boys to take on the Total Tigers for third place. If you want to come out and check out the rest of the action, the Consolation boys game about to get started here between the OKC Storm and Durant for the Consolation on the boys bracket. Then we'll go over to the third place girls game. Durant and Chickasha girls will play for third place. That game's scheduled to start at 4. Then at 5:30 again, Lindsay and Total Boys for third place. And then the 2 championship games on the girls' side, Luther and Blanchard Lady Lions will play for the championship on the girls' side. The Blanchard Lions and the Bridge Creek Bobcats will play on the boys' side. That will be a barn burner. So some good games lined up here in Bridge Creek if you'd like to make the trip up here and check out the Bridge Creek Classic. And so until we come back for the boys' game, Glenn, great job.
Hey, you too.
And we're going to hang out for a while. At least some of us are. I think Glenn's got family close by. He's going to go take a nap. Yep. But the rest of us.
see my grandbaby.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I certainly would not turn that down. But with that, again, for Glenn, for JD, for Kevin, all of us here at KBLP Live, for Brianna Miller back at our studios, we'll send it back to JD and Brianna, and we'll see you back here just before 5:30. My name is Greg Peary, and until we see you this afternoon, remember, whatever you do, always be a good sport.
Do you have your Oklahoma medical marijuana card, or do you need your card? Rusty's can help you with that. We are your local vape shop and dispensary with more than 6 years of service as a modern smoke shop. Rusty's is located 1 block north of Cherokee Street at 204 Northwest 4th Street in Lindsay, and half a mile east of I-35 at 2401 West Grant Street in Pauls Valley. Get your stash at Rusty's.
The Shopper News Note isn't just another paper. The Shopper News Note is a weekly publication that arrives in your mailbox every Wednesday for free. The Shopper offers free Shopper Topper advertisements, as well as news notes and classifieds. And everyone at the Shopper wishes the Lindsay Leopards good luck this season. Go Leopards!
Sooner Valve Repair in Lindsay would like to wish the Lindsay Leopards and Leopardettes all the best during this season. When in need of a valve repair, come by Sooner Valve Repair at 106 Southwest 9th Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma, or call 405-756-1599. Good luck, Leopards, from Sooner Valve Repair in Lindsay.
Are you a small business needing a little creative pick-me-up? Do you need to refresh your business cards or looking for a new logo? Is your business Facebook page still using photos from 2019? Tailored Creative Services offers services for logo design, business cards, photography, videography, and pretty much everything in between. Find me on Facebook at Tailored Creative Services, and let's talk about your next project.